Didn't Jada Pinkett-Smith look amazing at the Oscars in that green dress? She certainly captured attention as the wife of Will Smith, who was attending the Oscars to receive his first Oscar for Best Actor in King Richard as King Richard. And this is after a career he's worked at for decades. He's been very successful. Think of films like the Mission Impossible franchise. And Jada Pinkett-Smith is really a nobody in terms of that kind of Hollywood elite. She's married to Will Smith and she's the mother of his children. And she constantly humiliates him. And she managed to ruin his night and destroy him in front of his peers and his fans yet again. She did it the first time when a young man that was suffering psychologically in a really bad place, emotionally, mentally in his life, looked up to Will and Jada as mentors and as healers, and that's the role that Jada was taking with this young man, and this young man was invited into their marriage, kind of into their family, and Jada's taken the opportunity. Now, look, he wasn't a teenager, right? But to probably groom this person into an affair with her so that she feels her power, maybe. Maybe this is more about how Jada was feeling about where she was in life. You know, I think she was unhappy in her marriage. She wasn't getting the attention that she needed. Probably from a husband that, if she could have communicated as well as she's always saying she does, if she'd been direct with him, maybe she could have gotten what she wanted. But instead she chose the low road and had this affair which lasted several years, and the marriage broke up for a while, and then they're back together. I saw a little snippet, like an entertainment news thing just now. This is what's prompted me to talk to you about this. I saw Jim Carrey's beautiful face, and I thought I wanted to hear what he has to say. And it really saddens me to see the grief in Jim Carrey's face these last few years, pain in his eyes, and because he's such an intelligent person and thoughtful person and so creative and so special. And, you know, I really think he's feeling things deeply, and I really feel he's struggling. And anywho, I wanted to hear what he had to say. And of course he was appalled, and he was appalled at the standing ovation. He was not amused, and he said, you know, Hollywood's got to accept that we're no longer the cool kids. And yeah, and this is just so true. It doesn't say much about us, the audience, though, when the first things that people say and the first things flying around the world is, this is staged, planned, a psyop, etc., right? You know, this is a sign of the times, isn't it? This is what we think of first. This is what people think of first. As if these people are always choreographed and scripted, as if they are not real. They don't have a real life, no real feeling. And of course they do. And this was not scripted. And Jane Seymour, in this same sort of entertainment news clip, man, she served it to Jada on a golden platter. Because Jada Pinkett-Smith, you're not all that. You never reached the echelons, the lofty heights that your husband reached. He has attained a lot, and, you know, started off with music. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was so likable in that, and Mission Impossible, Independence Day, all of these blockbuster films. He's a bona fide movie star. And then the one with The Last Man on Earth, you know, he's carrying this film, and he's a movie star. You're not, Jada. So I guess you're trying to assert your authority every which way you can. You know, it's like your persona of, this is not me being a racist, fuck off if you think it, as this powerful black woman is all you are. It's a persona. It's a character, and it's like you're not even able to step outside this character to connect emotionally with your own husband, person to person. It's a sick thing to watch. So Jada in her beautiful green dress, and Will Smith by her side, waiting to receive his award for King Richard movie, as King Richard, playing King Richard, and what an honour. And it would have been the night of nights for Will Smith. Jada's just not going to let him have it. She's just not going to let him have it. She's going to humiliate him at all costs. Sour grapes, what? I don't know. Just because she's a hateful, nasty person, I don't know. But now it's all about Jada. Did I actually tell you what Jane Seymour said? I can't remember. I'll just tell you. So Jane Seymour, British actress, absolute goddess. The peaches and cream complexion, knockout figure, you know, now, let alone 40, 50 years ago. She's incredible, talented. She has created a career. In America, she had the hit series Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, set back in pioneer days, where she was this groundbreaking person for being a medical doctor, a woman medical doctor. Anywho, she says, you know, when you're a celebrity and you're coming to these awards shows, you know there's a possibility you're going to get a little roast. You know, as a celebrity at these award shows, that there's a comic on stage and you could be on his radar and he could give you a little hit, and you got to let it roll over. I'm paraphrasing in my own words, but you know. And she says, you know, poor Will, because, you know, when it's your wife, yeah, because Jada, you are not a celebrity. G.I. Jane, you wouldn't have a chance. So it's awful, because Jada Pinkett-Smith humiliates Will Smith at every turn. There was a young man, now I'm not going to say he wasn't a teen or anything, but he was a much younger man having a psychological breakdown of sorts, like he was in a mental and emotional state of distress in life, and was looking to Will and Jada as a mentor and to Jada as a healer, and really put them in a position of trust with his life. And Jada took advantage of that. She groomed him in a way into being her lover, and she had an affair with this man for years. And kind of lied about how it all happened and who he was, saying that, you know, her marriage was, they were on a break, right? She went the Ross, but they weren't on a break. And she was, you know, disrespecting her marriage. And she kept doing so. Afterwards, she's back with Will Smith, back where she wants to be, you know, connected to an A-list celebrity. And she still can't cut this guy a break. Now, she looked fabulous at the Oscars, beautiful green gown, and sitting proudly next to her husband, as I said, about to get his amazing award. What an honor. Should have been the night of nights. And Chris Rock tells the joke about her alopecia. And Will Smith is laughing. And then he sees Jada's face, her look of disapproval. And of course, what does someone in this type of marriage want? Well, you know, approval, and just for things to be okay, and just to be in the good books. And he lost her before, cuckolded by a young man. Well, he's got some honour to defend, hasn't he? Yeehaw, up he goes. And he should have been escorted out, and Jada should have gone with him. You know, she's not worth it, right? She needed to just let that fly. You know, in marriage, wouldn't you need to be the port in a storm? You know, the anchor? At times for your partner. But, you know, Jada Pinkett-Smith just seems to be the storm in Will Smith's life. And she's not there supporting him. She's so selfish. And she's got him trained. It was nearly like he couldn't not do it, because it was required. She demanded it, right? And no psyop programming. Don't start talking like that. She is graceless to pull that face and to catch his eye and to give that expression instead of, you know, playing it off. And now, will this send Will Smith into a terrible spiraling depression? I can see it would. You know, this is a terrible situation. I think it's a terrible indictment on our society these days that we jump to the conclusions that it's either, you know, it's a psyop, it's staged, it's all scripted, as if celebrities don't have feelings and lives that they're trying to juggle and are just regular people. Well, you know, yeah.